Habits and fundamentals, positioning. It's what we like to focus on when we look at game video. We're looking at plays today. How many you know? You know it's 5. Stick around. Greetings, welcome back. It's 5 Play Friday. We're looking at all of the things. Let's get started today with you make the call play. What do you have on play number 1? A charge ruled by our lead official. What do you have on this play? Do you have a charge as well? Make your ruling. Put it down in the comments below and stick around to the end of the video where we'll look at all of the things on play number 1. Okay, moving on. Play number 2.
One of these two teams in Avon will be played on Monday.
All right, our defender on the play falls to the floor. What do you have on this play? Was that we see our ball handler extend an arm, displacing the player, right? Let's take a look at all of the things. We had a legal defender, right? Our ball handler is heading straight towards the camera. We could say this is not legal contact by the defender, not an aspect of the play though. This ball handler's path is this way. Our defender is sliding this way. Is he in the path? And what happens on this play? Our ball handler dribbler steps on the foot of the defender. Is the defender's foot legally in this position, or have they extended a leg into the path of the ball handler? That would be my judgment. Right? You could say he's just playing defense, man, but if you extend your leg into the path, the liability for contact is on you, right? But our player has their right foot pinned to the floor. What is going to happen to a player who's moving in that direction and their right foot is pinned to the floor? They are going to fall to the floor, right? That contact is not illegal contact. They are falling to the floor. But what happens here is we have that extension of the arm. But did the extension of the arm cause the player to fall? In my judgment, no. That player was falling to the floor, was going to fall to the floor through no fault of the ball handler dribbler. The ball handler dribbler puts out an arm to absorb contact by the defender, but the defender falls away, right? When that's the case, the player is not being displaced by the ball handler dribbler. The defender is falling to the floor and disappearing, right? Our ball handler dribbler almost lunges, reaching out. Where are you, right? You've disappeared out of my path. I don't have something to brace myself against. So to me, on this play, we have a no call that this defender extended a leg illegally into the path. Player stepped on their foot. That's not a foul, man. And as a result, the player fell to the floor, and that the arm movement by our ball handler dribbler here is just window dressing on the play, since it did not cause the player to fall to the floor, right? So a great play, but one again to analyze is what caused the player to go to the floor. Yeah.
His average at 14 points a game.
Seth, Trace, and Ben have to be leading us, right?
Yes, Ben's at 12, Trace is at 17, I believe, and
okay. So by far the vast majority of our scoring from those three.
Yep.
Ball on number 4, Ben Varela.
And I don't know what you're feeling, Aiden. I feel Pinconning is not quite as peppy as they were earlier in the game. I think they're a little worn down. I don't think that I'm guessing that the other teams they're playing against most of the time can't keep up the speed that we can keep up with for that long.
Yeah, you can definitely see the wear. They've slowed down a little bit. And Gladwin's sort of kept the same pace.
What's going on?
I don't know.
Looks like I missed something. Or one of the referees is running to the other side.
That was a technical.
Looks like there was a technical.
Pinconning coach, it looks like.
Hasn't been any signal made yet.
All right, a great play for review. So many positives, so many things that we could improve as well. But what do we have on this play? We've got a rotation, which we can talk about as well, by our lead official, and they have a foul on a ball handler, dribbler, defender matchup going to the basket from the center's primary. We have an end line throw in, right? And our center official detects these two players got a little something going on. I'm going to go in and address that. That is fantastic. We address that, but we have eyes on players. And we've got a player in green who essentially slaps a player in white across the side of the head. Our center official rules a technical foul, makes the ruling, goes to the table. Then our crew gets together and discusses the play. What would you have on that play? And they ultimately, I believe, end up ruling that it was simply a technical foul. They administer the technical foul free throws, right? This player travels under that double team pressure. The ball is thrown to the far side. Our lead, who is in great position mirroring the ball, moves to a close down position and then starts to run, right? Does what's going on in the center's primary display a need to run across the lane? Remembering that when we run across the lane, we give up our ability to stop and pull back, right? What kind of play would we want in the center's primary? Players on the floor fighting for the ball. Then we're running across. Otherwise, let's just rotate as we would, right? This is a primary matchup belonging to the center official. This is not the leads to come take, even though they say, I've just arrived in my lead coverage area. I'm going to take this play. Let the center officiate this play. But our lead has a ruling. I guess he thought he was going to shoot, right? In this state, they go opposite the table. Right? We got a sub. We're going to administer the subs, and then we have the resulting throw-in action, right? You know, in this situation, sometimes we get players, they're entangled, they're fighting for a spot before the ball's live. This is good stuff. This is fantastic stuff. We talk to the players, etc. We say, hey, knock it off, play basketball. And then our center picks up the slap. And you could say, well, why didn't our lead pick up the slap? Right? It's in his primary coverage. So first of all, we're looking at all the things. Is this the correct throw-in spot? Free throw line extended? No, not exactly. We should be outside between the W and the I for the resulting throw-in. Of course, on end-line throw-ins under the team's basket, we hand, and then we have to get back, and we have to officiate as much as possible on the play. If I was lead and this happened in front of me and I missed it, I'd say, why didn't I see it? That's what I would say. But anyway, our center gets it, and we have a slap in the face or on the head of the defender. In that instance, right, it would be a great opportunity to do some processing if we're going to confer as a crew. If we're going to get together as a crew, it should be before reporting the foul. So the main question here is this a flagrant foul or an intentional foul or a technical foul? Can we have a technical foul for live ball contact? No, we cannot. This is not a technical foul. This is live ball contact, right? It's either an intentional personal foul or a flagrant personal foul. That's what we need to make the determination. What that affects is who is the player who was offended here? White 10. White 10 should be attempting the free throws if we ruled correctly on the play. Yeah, 10 shot him. Okay. All right. 10 shot him anyway. So at least we didn't have a correctable error scenario, but we want to take care of that business. Yeah. So we have live ball contact, intentional or flagrant, right? That's the question. On a play like this, we have an intentional strike to the head. You are certainly justified in that instance by saying this is a flagrant personal foul on that player. Or it could go intentional if you felt that it was just a love tap, as it were. But in any event, great dead ball officiating. You want that in your game. You want to have antennas up when players say, hey, you need to watch us, ref, right? Officiate the players in your primary, right? Call the obvious, get it. This is a great get by our center official. Something unusual has happened in the game. Allow yourself time to process before you go report if you need to get together as a crew, right? Also, in this instance, if you're a partner, get in the way of your calling official. Say, what do you got, partner? What do you got, right? And then we could sort it all out prior to reporting, right? In the end, we make a mistake here. This is live ball contact. Can't be a technical. Don't want to make that mistake. And oftentimes, the mistakes are made as a crew.
Second team foul.
All right. Welcome to Blargy Town, population 2, right? On this play, we've got conflicting signals by two officials who put a whistle on the play, right? One official indicates player control. Another official gives an indication of a block preliminarily and then subsequently rules a block. Clear from this game, these officials know what they're doing, right? But we're always looking at habits and fundamentals. Habits and fundamentals define us on the court. Good habits and fundamentals keep us out of trouble. Bad habits and fundamentals will find a way to rear their head, right? Okay, we have the sudden steal, right? We're in position in the front court. We're ready for everything that's going to occur in the front court. There's a pass that is stolen, and we're going the other way immediately. What does that do to the trail official? Invariably, it will put them in a bad spot. Either maybe they're stepping in the wrong direction, right? But they are going to be beaten on this play, right? And that's a factor here, right? We've got a ball handler, red 24, who contacts our defender who was retreating on the play. right? And our lead official, rather than putting up a fist, goes behind the head, right? Is that a habit and fundamental that we can correct? Yes. If we put up a fist, it gives us time to process. It makes sure we stay out of trouble, right? Our center official, eager to get the call, also puts up a fist and starts to do a block signal. Do we need to build that into our initial move, or can we take a moment? But then once they do, they realize they have a double whistle and they just simply hold their hand up. Lead gives it up. There's no disagreement from that's evident from the coaches, let's say, or the offended coach on the play. If you are the white coach here, it's like, no, he had a charge, right? You can't call a block. He had a charge. And he may be, so correct ruling in a large situation is, it is a double foul by rule, right? If the lead official makes one ruling and the center official makes another ruling, NFHS doesn't give us the privilege by rule, by mechanics, to say, okay, we're going to get together and you're going to take the call, right? It is a blarge in this instance. If I was the offended white coach, I'd say you cannot call that a block. He called it a charge. You called it a charge. Did you not call it a charge? Right? You're making the wrong ruling. I'm going to protest. Right. So we look at our habits and fundamentals to help us get better as basketball officials. In this instance, if you are the new lead and you're beaten and you realize you always know where your crew is, right? You realize your center official is right there. Do you need to fight to make the call as the lead, right? Or do you recognize I am in a really weak position? I'm going to get the best look I have, right? But is the best thing for me to do in this instance, put a whistle on the play myself? Or if I do put a whistle on the play, display good habits and fundamentals, right? So great to see video like this and identify. I do that. I have a problem with that. I show early, etc. As the center official, understand what's the natural, the common knowledge is leads go quick. Leads want to go quick with calls. If you have a whistle from the outside, post and hold, baby. Post and hold.
Foul's going on number 1, Allison Peterson, her second, team fifth, ended the quarter, team fifth. Even though the quarter has ended, that was a team fifth foul, so that would be 2 shots for the Panthers.
Great habits and fundamentals clip, right? Great habits and fundamentals clip. Let's take a look at all of the things on this play. You are obviously have to be, in this instance, clock aware. I think our center official had given a signal. I'm not sure. We have to be clock aware. Know the status of the clock because we're going to have a last second shot, last second try for goal. Be in position for that. Our lead official, so we may be under 10 seconds. We may say, hey, we're locking down. There's no rotation. Okay, that's possible. That could be, that's certainly a thing that many officials like to do. We're going to lock down, but our lead is officiating off ball, or are they ball watching? Right? We have to be aware. Are we officiating players on our primary, or are we looking over, hey, what's going on over there with the ball? Okay. Now we got to play to the basket. Our official picks up the defender. Right, still ball watching, head up, ball watching, feels that there was some chuck or something. Nothing is obvious here about a foul, but we have ruled a foul. We got two players competing, two players straight up for the ball. I don't see the foul. Maybe red one chucks her. Let's take a look. But in any event, we have a foul ruled so close to the expiration of time that the timer is not able to stop the clock. That's where the foul would have occurred, though, right there. And we have a foul. Team is in the bonus. Free throws are to be awarded. Were we aware that the team was in the bonus? Were we aware as a crew? When your partner, in this instance, rules a rebounding foul, the first thing you need to do as an outside official here is who's our shooter, right? Nobody's watching that play. We're in the bonus. We have to find our shooter. This crew, right? She's like, look like her maybe, right? It's a guess. It's a guess, okay? We try to attempt the free throws. At some point, there's some recognition that we have the wrong shooter. We get the correct shooter. I don't know if free throws were actually attempted on this play. Our automated camera is not doing us any favors. In the end, we get the right shooter. The lane is cleared because the clock stopped so close to the expiration of time that the timer could not stop the clock. That is correct. Our player shoots 2 free throws. She makes 2. The crew waits until the action is completed and then begins the intermission between periods. This is good. This is good, right? So this is just a great habits and fundamentals play. Obviously, who is a ball watcher? Who amongst us is a ball watcher? Everybody. We have to be aware of what's going on with the ball, but we want to just be aware. We want to be ball aware, not ball watching. My job is not to watch the ball from lead on this play. My job is to officiate the players in my primary. I want to be aware of the ball, where it is, etc. But anytime a shot goes up here and your neck goes up, this is a bad mistake as the lead. It has to be down looking at the players. A great habits and fundamentals play, right? Do I have the habits and fundamentals needed to prevent this situation from occurring, right? Am I a partner who comes in and says, who you got, partner? We're in bonus. Have we communicated that we're in bonus, or have we not, right? Have we just had a brain fart and we didn't realize? Also, number 1, know the impact of your whistle. If we're not even going to get to the rebound and we have contact that may be deemed incidental, maybe it is incidental. Maybe it is. Hey, back at the start of the show, we had that you make the call play. Let's take a look again at play number 1. All right. Block charge play from lead, ruled a charge by our lead official. Let's look at all of the things on this play. First of all, let's recognize how we got here. What do we have going on at the top of the key? Looks like elevator screen action that can distract us. But our lead official does not seem to be focused on that at all. He makes his rotation. Does he complete his rotation? Are we in a great position to officiate the play? I would say if we were a little wider and a little deeper, we'd be in a better position. Always have to remember to complete our rotations and not put ourselves in a position where we are officiating down in the well, right? Where we are so close to the play that, we have a downward gaze. We want to be back, have better perspective on the play. But let's look at the play here, right? So we have a ball handler dribbler and a defender. The defender times the contact of the ball handler dribbler, right? He says, okay, you're coming at me once, you're coming at me a second time. When you come a second time, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to hit the eject button and do the dolphin flip where I throw my head backward. Yeah. This would be a great instance in my judgment, to give a flopping signal as this player embellished the contact, theatrical movements, attempting to deceive the official. Now you could say, look, he was displaced. But he was not displaced. The reason he fell to the ground, right, is not because of the contact by the ball handler dribbler, right? There was contact with the ball handler dribbler, but that's not what caused the player to go to the ground. Watch the first contact. This is a player playing defense. Did he fall to the ground? It's similar. It's the exact same contact. He's just timing himself so that when subsequent contact occurs, tell me what I'm going to do. I'm going to hit the eject button and fall to the floor and fool the ref and get a foul call going the other way. So that's my take on the play. Just understand, how did the player get to the ground? What caused them? Was it the contact that caused them to go to the ground? Or was it some action of their own that caused them to go to the ground? Are they attempting to fool? Are they embellishing more than just throwing their head slightly, but still being a defensive player? When they stop being the defensive player and throw themselves to the ground in this fashion, in my judgment, that deserves a flopping warning. We wait until the ball goes in, and then we stop play, report the flop warning, and go from there. All right. We've had an episode full of habits and fundamentals, situations we can look at and improve as basketball officials. But we've got one more play. Traveling violations are a serious problem in the game. We have to look for walking wherever we can. Let's take a look at this play. It involves walking.
Yay! Good job.
Come on now. Wee Charlie's first steps. Apparently, these were his very first steps. Yes. Let's just say it warms a grandfather's heart to see this moment between my grandson and my son. This is tremendous. And man, yeah, we like that. Hey, thanks for sticking around to the end of the video. Much appreciated, much love. As always, thanks to our tremendous show supporters who help fuel our broadcast. You can always buy us a coffee. I'll put a link up above. Awesome. We have additional video content for you. You can take advantage of that. But in any event, we'll see you in the very next video.